Honestly, there is a point in your journey when you're trying to make a change, create a life by design, or do whatever, chase and be the unleashed version of you, where you need to stop calling it accidental, because I also learned that. So if you're on the chapter 10 and you're here, ready to go on this journey with me, I want you to remember that honestly, the day I stopped calling it accidental, this is like, I would say it's the 10th chapter in the 30-day series that I've made. There was no Instagram declaration, no I have decided speech, no big moment like anyone else would remember. It was so quiet. That's why it mattered. I remember sitting at my desk one evening after a call. The call had gone well, the client clear, signed a retainer for the whole year, next step set, invoice sent, everything looked solid. And instead of feeling excited, I felt something else. I was like, oof, that weight of it being so real now, right? Not pressure, weight. Like something had landed. Sat there realizing that I could no longer say, this just happened. I'm like just trying something different, because it didn't just happen. I showed up for those meetings. I showed up repeatedly. I showed up consistently, even when it was messy. I had thought deeply about these problems. I had articulated things clearly. I had stayed in conversations long enough to build trust and actually explore. That's not an accident, guys. And it was time to really notice that, right? But for months before that, maybe longer, I kept just softening it. Oh, it's just something I'm trying. I'm just doing it for fun. I mean, I have other businesses, but this is just, we'll see how it goes. I'm experimenting. It sounds humble, but this wasn't humility. It was protection. Because if I had called it intentional, and then I would have to admit that, hey, this is big. I really want it. Like deep down inside, I would have to accept that I want this. And wanting something so fully as a woman, it's complicated, right? Because we're allowed to be busy, we're allowed to be helpful, we're allowed to support. But I'm a mom, I have so many other things on my plate, and I want more. I want more. I want more impact. I want more scale. I want to build something that takes up space. That requires permission. And I hadn't given myself permission. So I hid behind these accidental moments, behind coincidence. I just got lucky, or just a one off. Because if it's accidental, you can walk away without any identity damage. If it's accidental, you don't have to defend it, you don't have to protect it, you don't have to build around it. Heck, you don't even have to acknowledge it. But if it's chosen, now you have to stand in it. Standing in it changes posture. It changes how you speak. It changes how you introduce yourself. It changes how much ambition you can own. It changes what you tolerate. That evening, I realized one more thing. Uncomfortable, but true. I had been minimizing my own ambition so that I wouldn't intimidate anyone. Surely you remember a time where you quietly dimmed your light because it was just easier, safer. And sometimes we don't even do it consciously, just subtly, in rooms, in conversations, even the way we talk about, oh, I just have a small business. It's just something I do on the side. I don't know. Like, I'm not sure if I want, because that's how I was describing my work too. And then I asked myself, if this disappeared tomorrow, would I feel relief? The answer scared me. It scared me. I would feel lost because I really wanted it. And that's when I knew, damn, this isn't casual. It wasn't something I was just fooling around or dabbling in. It was something I had emotionally invested in. Ownership didn't feel empowering, it felt sobering. Because once you own something, you stop playing small in it. You stop joking it away. You stop acting like it's fragile. You stop pretending you don't care, because you care and it shows. And here's why this truly matters for all the women listening. A lot of you are already building something real. Maybe you're chasing a goal, a dream, something. You're still speaking about it in a temporary manner, still introducing it like it's optional, still treating your ambition like a side character in your own goddamn story, because fully owning it feels, whew, bold. And bold women, they get scrutinized. We understate, we soften, we hedge. I'll see, maybe, let's see where this goes. But here's the truth. You don't accidentally build momentum. You don't accidentally build trust. You don't accidentally build something that keeps growing. If it's working, it's because you are working, not hustling. You're working, strategizing with intention. The day I stopped calling it accidental, Nothing changed externally. Same clients, same uncertainty, same responsibilities. But internally, something just became steady, stable. I wasn't just hovering around anymore. I wasn't testing. Heck, I was owning it. I was choosing it. And choosing something, it creates gravity. And gravity is different from hype. Hype is loud, like you're out there putting it. Gravity is quiet but irreversible because you're going all in. And after that day, I promise you, the day you own the story, you start moving differently. You are not chasing more. You're not just expanding drastically or dramatically. You feel like refined because when something is chosen, not accidental, you protect it differently. You design around it, you build structure into it, you stop apologizing for it. And that's what changed. Not the scale, not revenue, self permission. That's the shift we women delay all the time. We don't give ourselves the potential to be the most unleashed version of ourselves. Not because we don't have skills, and it's simply because we haven't authorized ourselves. So here's a question I want you to sit with. What in your life are you still pretending is accidental? Where are you minimizing something that is clearly something intentional and something you really, really want? If you stop softening it, what would shift in how you move tomorrow? Ownership doesn't feel like fireworks. It feels like weight, but stabilizing weight, like something that just holds you, grounds you. So I hope we are redefining your chapters because let's be delusional, let's be unleashed.